This gentleman is Myron Auf.
The one where I usually give that you discover by accident.
I find this atmosphere of mystery childish.
You want in a moment. This is not something that we can lead to the first comer. Oh, what is 9 times 7? 63.
Is that right?
Check it for yourself.
Is this gift that you brought here to demonstrate an illusionist?
More than that, sir, Au has memorized a few operations and compute them on a paper.
A paper computer?
No, sir, not a paper computer. Simply a sheet of paper. General, would you be so kind as to suggest a number?
17.
What about you, Congressman?
23.
Good. Au, multiply those numbers and please show the gentleman your manner of doing it.
Yes, programmer.
Let me see that. Well, so it looks like the figure is 17.
So it does, but I think I could make possible 70 myself.
If you will let Au continue, gentlemen.
So the answer is 391.
So it is. How did he guess?
No guess, Congressman. He computed the result on this sheet of paper.
Computing is a thing, and marks on paper are another.
Explain. Au.
Yes, programmer. Well, gentlemen, I write down 17 and just underneath I write 23. Next, I say to myself 7 times 3.
Now, oh, the problem is 17 times 23.
Yes, I know. But I start by saying 17 times 3 because that the way it works. Now, 7 times 3 is 21.
And how do you know that?
I just remember it. It's always 21 on the computer.
That doesn't mean it always will be so, does it?
Maybe not. I'm not a mathematician, but I always get the right answer.
Go on.
7 times 3 is 21. So I write 21, then 1 times 3 is 3. So I write down a 3 under the 2 of 21
Why under the 2?
because
If you will accept his work for this moment, we can leave the details for the mathematicians.
3 plus 2 makes 5. So the 21 becomes a fifth one. Now you multiply 7 and 2, that's 14. And 1 and 2, that's 2. Put them down like this. And it adds up to 34. Now, if you put the 24 under the 51 and add them, you get 391. And that's the answer.
I don't believe it. He makes out the numbers and multiplies and add them this way and that way. I don't believe it.
Oh no, sir. It's only seem complicated because you're not used to it. Actually, the rules are quite simple and will work for any numbers.
Any numbers, eh? Count them. Make a 5, 7, 3, 8. on the paper. That's 5,738.
Yes, sir.
Now 7239, 7,239.
Yes, sir.
And now multiply those two.
It will take some time.
Take the time. Go ahead out. Are you through with your magic making, technician?
I'm almost done, sir. 41,537,382.
Great galaxy. The Pharaoh's right.
Computing without a computer is a contradiction in terms.
Computing is only system that can handling data. Let me give example.
Does this always work?
Every time, Mr. President.
Is it hard to learn?
It took me every week to learn, but I think you should do more better.
Well, it's an interesting parlor game, but what's the use of it?
The Danian War is a war of computer against computer. For 5 years, a balance has existed. Now, we have a method of going beyond the computer, and if the NIP beats us to the punch, they might be unimaginably catastrophic.
What will you have me do?
Put the power of the administration behind the establishment of a secret project. Call it project number. I can vouch for my commit, but I will need the administration behind me.
Like how far can human computation go?
There is no limit according to programmer Schumann.
I've heard of Schumann, of course.
Yes, well, Dr. Schumann tells me that in theory there is nothing the computer can do that human can't.
If Schumann say this, I am inclined to believe it, in theory. But in practice, how can anyone know? How does computer works?
Well, Mr. President, I asked the same question. It seems that at the one time, computers were designed directly by human beings. Technician Out apparently had the reconstruction of some of these action devices. He studied their working and found he could automate them. The multiplication I just performed for you is a imitation of computer process.
Amazing.
If I may make another point, Mr. President, the further we can develop this thing, the more we can divert our further effort from the computer. As the human brain takes over, more of our energy can be directed into peacetime pursuit.
I see your point, Congressman. Sit down. I want some time to think about it.
I'm not sure I like the idea of relaxing our hold on computers.
The human mind only manipulates facts. It doesn't matter whether the human mind or a machine does it. They are just tools.
Yes. I've gone over your demonstration that the mind could duplicate the computer. But theory is one thing. Can this actually work?
Why not? After all, computers have not always existed. The cavemen with the stone axes and railroads had no computers back then.
And possibly, they did not compute.
You know better than that. Railroad or ziggurats were built without computers as we know them.
You suggest they computed the same fashion as you demonstrate?
Probably not. After all, this method we call it graphitics. Graphitics is developed from computers. Still, the cavemen must have had some other method.
Lost arts. If you're going to talk about lost arts,
Let's not argue. Our machines have only grown smaller and more efficient. Why not take the last step and do away with them entirely?
Come sir. Project number is a going concern. Progress is already had long.
but now we need your help.
What progress? Multiplication? Can you integrate a transcendental function?
In time, sir, in the last month, I have learned to handle division, decimal quotients, and integral quotients.
Decimal quotients? To how many places?
Any numbers.
Without a computer?
Set me a problem.
Divide 27 by 13 and take it to 6 places.
So the answer is 2.0279623.
That's amazing. Multiplication didn't impress me too much, but decimals.
And that is not all. There's a top secret, which, not to mention, we may have made a breakthrough on the square root front.
Square roots?
Yes, it involves some tricky points, but technician Aub maintains he has the problem almost solved. And he is only a technician. A man like yourself, a trained and talented mathematician, ought to have no difficulty.
Square root.
Cube roots too. Are you with us?
Count me in.
Square root are fine, but the project isn't here for a theory. We need more result. Our goal is simple. Replace the computer. A ship without one is cheaper, faster to build, and more efficient. And beyond that, a manned missile. Missiles are failing. They are too limited. But a manned missile are controlled by human computation. We would be smarter, faster, and more adaptable. And let's be clear, a man is more expendable than a computer.
When I began my study of what is now called graphicity, it was merely a curiosity, a hobby. I saw it as nothing more than an exercise of mind. But project number has shown me the truth. My work will not bring knowledge, it will bring destruction. I cannot bear the responsibility of what I have unleashed.
Nine times 7 is 63. I don't need a computer to tell me that. The computer is in my head.